my first guest tonight is an Academy Award-winning actor and one of the funniest comedians around. His latest film, Patch Adams, opens Christmas Day. Please welcome to our show for the first time, Robin Williams.
This is America and all ships at sea. This is Walter Winchell. How are you?
This is lovely. What a lovely room, and what you've done with it, I'm going crazy for. I love this little stool, maybe a table, I'm not sure. Could have been a lamp, but forget about it.
No, well, first of all, thank you very much for coming. Well, it's great to have you on the program.
Took me a while, but God bless you, my little red-haired friend. It's wonderful. It took a while, but it's nice to be here.
It's very nice having you on the program.
It's on this wonderful day, this third day of Hanukkah, or is it the second day?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I've sent... I'm going, yeah, all right there, my friend.
Me matey.
Yeah, matey, arr.
My Irish...
It's a lovely Irish Jewish thing. All right, come over here now. We're going to circumcise you again. And we both became pirates.
Well, see, my Irish guy is always just a pirate.
Really?
Arr, it's good to see you, matey.
Come away there. And there's a lot of people going, no, there's a lot more to us than that, you know.
No, actually, there isn't. I looked into it. That's pretty much the Irish people right there.
You land in Dublin, they're going, oh, don't be afraid. You'll be coming around now. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Well, is it nice for you to come back here? You used to spend a lot of time here in New York. Have you gone out and seen the city, seen Times Square?
I've seen Times Square, and it's so nice to be propositioned by Minnie, you know.
Oh, you want to go around the world? You ever had it with 4 fingers?
No.
Robin,
Come on, give it up, girl. She's mine. All these girls are mine. Come on. It's a little
You don't
strange.
want the Disney people mad at you. As much success as you've had.
Oh, been there.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they going to do, not pay me?
No, it's nice when you work for them. We'll work for art. But,
Right now, the contract is out on you. Do you like this time of year? Do you get sentimental? Do you have New Year's resolutions, anything like that?
yes, I'm really worried about New Year's 1999, you know, that whole thing of when your computer goes from HAL to Rain Man, you know. When all of a sudden it's going, good morning. Can't do it. No, not today. No. 3030. No, not today. No. You go to open your car, it's like, And your car's sitting there like... You go to get cash, like...
My car does that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it talk to you?
It has a little arm that comes out and does that. Yeah.
Hi.
Sorry, Andy, I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's easy to forget.
Come over here, Andy. Let's do a 3-shot.
Right.
You know, Santa?
Nice to be on the show. Nice to have you back again. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh, something's falling out, little boy.
I
was really happy to see you. Oh, boy, ever since I had that operation. I'm 47. They do that now. They put a little camera up there and...
Have you had that procedure done?
Oh, yes. The, what is it called? The Heinecam? I'm not sure. The Jacques Caca special. They actually have a video, the thing they showed on video, and you're sitting there like this, and all of a sudden they're going, look up here. I think there's a burger you had in 1982.
But it's actually not bad, I hear, huh?
No, it's... With a little music?
Yeah. Set the right mood.
And the doctor's going, come on, you know you like it.
You're a computer buff, though. You mentioned earlier, you know, you're worried about the computer glitch. You surf the net? You go in the chat rooms?
Yes, the chat rooms are a little frightening, especially the adult ones. You know, you're in there and all of a sudden you realize the typing's real bad, I guess, because people are just using one hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, fick me, fick me. The most disconcerting thing is because most of the time it's not really who you think it is. You know, you think it's basically Bambi, the 25-year-old bisexual from Brooklyn, and it turns out to be Earl, the 89-year-old postal worker from Iowa. I was just having fun. Tell me how you like that. What are you wearing? But it is strange.
He's got to have fun, too.
Come on, Earl's got to have a good time.
Yeah, I like Earl.
Yeah. Do you have a big hard drive? But it is, I do spend a lot of time playing.
Back when I was going to high school, which would be the early 80s, late 70s, anyone who used a computer was a nerd. Because, you know, only like 1 out of 1,000 people had a computer. Now everyone has
one. And now
one.
they just run the company. So it's much better.
They have all the
and
money.
we'll be getting letters from Bill Gates going, and?
Yeah, get Bill Gates mad at you and Disney, and then see what happens.
Basically see what you have left.
That's right. Everything will blow
No,
up.
I think you're right. In those times, those were the audiovisual guys. Basically, hi, I'm sorry, baby, I can't set up the projector now. And now they're basically going, if you'd like the flat screen, it'll be $80,000.
They got their revenge. Can you hang on 1 second? We want to do a commercial,
Surely.
and then we're going to talk.
I'll fix whatever fell out.
I don't want to know what's going on over there.
Don't be afraid. Hey, let's do a little ventriloquism.
More with Robin Williams in just a second. Stick around.
Quitting smoking than ever. And a lot of them are doing it with Nicoderm CQ. CQ's got the 3 steps, the gradual step-down method doctors prefer to help get you free. So how many have quit with Nicoderm CQ? Why, we'd have to build the biggest stadium in America just to hold them all. Remember now, New Year's Day, quit with Nicoderm CQ. We're saving a seat for you.
The holidays can get pretty crazy.
Who's got the list?
You got people to visit and cards to send. Finding addresses can be a pain.
There's 3,000 Johnsons in New York City alone. Which one is Tommy?
And once you find them, how do you get there?
Who's doing directions?
Log on to snap.com. Snap's holiday guide takes the stress out of the season. Find the phone number and address for everyone on your list, even a custom map to get you there. Less stress, more time for you. The holiday guide at snap.com. Right answers right away.
On Christmas Day,
Come on, Ben!
experience the movie critics are calling the perfect holiday gift. Stepmom is one of the year's best.
I think I can handle it from here, Isabel.
A celebration of life and family.
She's trying. She's learning.
Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon ignite the screen.
I think Isabel's pretty. Yeah. She likes big teeth.
Stepmom, rated PG-13. Special sneak preview Saturday night.
Have you ever been tempted by fruit?
Everybody likes fruit.
Fresh fruit? Wild fruit? Fruit of the loom? Everybody loves fruit.
Everybody loves fruit.
Everybody.
Our new Steakhouse Bacon Cheeseburger with its naturally smoked blend of Swiss and cheddar, bacon, and sautéed onions in a steak sauce has turned Wendy's into a first-class steakhouse.
Welcome to Wendy's.
Table up front.
Dig in.
Where news comes first. This is News Channel 4 at this hour.
The late Florida Governor Lawton Chiles made one last trip around his state. Hundreds of people followed his funeral procession and thousands lined country roads to pay tribute. Chiles died Saturday. The Northeast Ohio Salvation Army is heading a nationwide effort to send food and supplies to Honduran hurricane victims. The group says it hopes to send 50 huge cargo containers of food and supplies from all across the country within a month. This has been News Channel 4 at this hour.
Sitting here with Mr. Robin Williams. You like the set over there?
This is lovely, this incredible cat wall you have here. Kind of like a climbing wall in the East Village. I'm not sure. I want out! I want out! Sorry. Next door, 2 people going, no, you be quiet now, you go home. We rented this apartment last year. I don't want you banging on the damn wall. Hiya, Max. How are you? Are you going to go on the road with the boss? Is that the deal? Well, I'm sorry. What's speculation? Speculation, just rumors. That's all we'll say. Going away.
nice awkward moment for a second.
This Max will be like...
You might go, right? Come on, you can just say you might go,
right?
You
never know.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me... I'm getting Dionne Warwick right now. I see Max, I see the big man, I see boss. It's okay.
You all right? You need some water? You're fine now?
Let's try that again. Yeah. This is water, right? Yeah, those things like, yeah, it's nice night, okay. Hey, Grandpa, have some more eggnog. Yeah, I love you, too.
We got to talk about Patch Adams here. This is interesting. This is the 5th time you've played a doctor.
Yes.
We looked it up. Is this some fantasy of yours to be a doctor?
Yes. I mean, the next thing is to either be a proctologist who's a ventriloquist, but that would be frightening. How are we? How are we? But no, I played, I guess it started with playing a neurologist with Oliver Sacks. Mm-hmm. Not with him, but as him. Mm-hmm. Or near him. And in Awakenings, and then others were like small parts, and then Good Will Hunting was a psychotherapist.
That's right.
And in this, a doctor, or actually someone who's in medical school wanting to be a doctor, who is also, he has like a clown tendency.
And this is actually, Patch Adams is a real
man.
person.
Yeah, very much. He's this, we're totally physically different. He's like a combination of D'Artagnan, Salvador Dali, and if they all were clothed by Timothy Leary. But, but he's a very compassionate, very literate, very poetic, and, very politically active man who wanted to basically transform medicine. And this is him in medical school, in 1969 to 1973. And really, him running up against a very uptight, very intense medical college and, trying to keep alive the humane aspects of medicine in the face of, you can't make, do not connect with the patient. He's going the other way.
Now, we have a clip here. Do we need to set this up in any way, or does that pretty much tell us what's happening?
We don't have to. We can let people guess.
Let's play that game.
No. Oh, wow. You just called my bluff. You went, come on, smart boy.
Yeah.
Here you go, little smart-ass Hollywood.
That's not going to get me too far, doing that.
I was like, let's play the game. This is, in the beginning, before he went to medical college, he was or medical school. Mm-hmm. He had a very rough time. He tried to commit suicide and then committed himself into a mental hospital. And many people who've been to medical school are going, and the difference is? Amount of dosage. But, and this is at one point when he starts to connect and help other patients. He realizes he might have a purpose doing something else. He's trying to now decommit himself and get out of this mental institution. And here he is talking to a doctor.
Okay. Let's take a look at this clip from Patch Adams.
IDGARA. I don't give a rat's ass.
If you're going to talk that way, you can leave the show right now.
Mr. P-Mouse.
Yeah. We're out of time. I just wanted to ask, before you went, you're very good with kids in this movie. Is that, in real life, are you a good dad, you think? Do you make the kids laugh, or are they getting to that age now where they're like, Dad, knock it off?
Well, I mean, they get very critical sometimes, like,
Why did you do Club Paradise?
Well, please.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Right in there.
That was the one where you go, and why don't you want the Furby? I know it's
only $150. It has a 5,000 vocabulary.
But am I a good parent? I mean, I think so. Sometimes I am. I try.
Do you do shtick a lot for the kids, or
Oh, you're kind of tempered a bit. Hello, nice to have you here. Don't you just hear this? I'd like to tell you, hello, you little booger eater. You little butt pickers, how you doing? Don't you just hate it when you pull on Barbie there and she doesn't say diddly? Come on, out of there right there. How about that? What's the Care Bear? Come on now, look at that. Tickle me, Elmo. What are these toys? Come on with it. Tickle Grandpa. That's cheaper. Come on. What do you want to be like? Kinky the Clown. Hiya, boys and girls. It's Kinky the Clown. Hey, why don't you do me a favor and go get Kinky a little more Uncle Jack, huh? Come on now, hey, I'm here to entertain you. We're going to make some balloon animals. How's this? Oh, look, there's a little animal that needs some fire. Oh, no. But I don't do that for the kids, no.
Kids would love that. That would kill.
They would kill.
There should be a little cat skills for kids.
Cat skills for kids. Yeah. Junior cat skills.
Yeah.
Sit down, my little pisher friends. Welcome to the lovely Buddy Hackett Daycare Center.
I would send my kids there.
To the Buddy Hackett Daycare?
Yes, I want my kids to have the best. Patch Adams opens Christmas Day. It was a thrill having you on the show. Thank you very much for doing it.
Finally.
Yeah. Thanks for doing it, Robin. Bye, everybody. Rebecca Romaine Stamos is coming up.
Where's Chrissy? Chrissy?
Where is she? She was just right here.
Chrissy?
Robin Wright Penn is here. Over the past 15 years, she has gone from starring on the daytime soap opera Santa Barbara to being one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. She made her feature film debut in 1987 in Rob Reiner's The Princess Bride. Since then, her films have included Forrest Gump, Message in a Bottle, and last year's blockbuster Unbreakable. In her latest film, The Pledge, she co-stars with Jack Nicholson and is directed by her husband, Sean Penn. Here is a scene from the film.
Don't leave me like that.
Mommy, that girl gave this to me.
Isn't it cute?
What is it?
It's a boot cleaner in the shape of a porcupine.
I see.
It's made by one of our local craft artists. She makes doormats, too. Here, you want to come see? Yeah, I'm interested.
I am pleased to have back on this program Robin Wright Penn. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm smiling because here we go. First of all, the performance of Mr. Nicholson. You said, as we were talking, I said Sean really got a great performance, or Jack gave him a great performance, and you said that's Jack, meaning.
That's how I came to know him. As gentle would be the description I would give him.
Gentle.
Yeah, and what was so strange is when we did publicity, the press junket for the movie, a lot of the foreigners, where I know he's well known,
Yeah.
They said, why would you pick that as a description for Jack? You know, he's so wild and wily, and I think, is that the way people see him? You know, in the photographs or, you know, out at night, I just, he's so soft underneath the star. And it's who he plays in this movie. I mean, he's just, he's accessible.
Accessible. And the sensitivity comes through in this performance.
Definitely. And it's so much to do with what the movie is about, to me. It's a midlife crisis. I mean, that is a time in a man's life.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, no, because with women, I know it's all hormonal. So I don't know what your excuse is.
Well, it's all of the above.
All of the above, okay. And he's alone. He's very much alone with no purpose.
Yeah.
And that mission he's on is his purpose, his sole purpose in life.
He's interesting in this role in that he is not somebody. Many people, you included, for example, have a great marriage, family, lots of things, community. He just has this job, this role, which has defined his existence for the last, for most of the adulthood of his life.
Well, and a job as a hero.
Yeah.
You know, every day you wake up, you must be a hero in some form, as a detective or a cop, or, I mean, I can imagine. You have to be a hero as a parent, but it's different. You have to be a hero as a wife. It's different emotionally.
What's the film about?
It's about his crisis in his life at that age, and it's losing a job and retirement crisis. I mean, it's pretty chronic, I would think.
Yeah. But he's right.
But he's right.
You know, I mean,
and
he knew they had the wrong guy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and how many metaphors can you find in that? You know, that how many morals? It's just, it's endless without giving the movie away.
Yeah.
It's all cyclical in the self, where there's no periphery. He's on a tunnel for the good. No one knows that but him. And that's death. When you're left with that, it's like being homeless, I would think.
You live with the director.
Yeah.
Hang out with the director.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And you had to be talking about this movie while he was planning it. I mean, it had to come up. I'm getting to something.
Okay. Then I'll cut to the chase.
Okay.
It's almost, we've been together 13 years.
Yeah.
And we speak the same language, so much so artistically, I think, that dialogue was done on the first date. So
that dialogue was done on the first date.
Yeah, I mean, on that level, where I know where he's going, but for instance, with this movie, I cringed and I went, ooh, it's television.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know, it's a plot for television. It's a very simple story. What are you going to do? And he gave me a 5-second rendition of what he was going to do. And I went, oh, okay. Yeah. And I saw it.
But you didn't think of yourself in the movie at that point?
Never. Never, ever, no.
Why? Because you didn't look right?
I knew you needed thickness, you know, and
you have no thickness?
I can't get thickness. It's really upsetting.
Are you serious? I mean, what does thickness mean?
Hardy, physically, and so much of who she is the physicality, and I knew I couldn't get there naturally. And it just wasn't even a thought. Because for a year he was talking about other actresses, and we were sitting there going, well, what do you think about her? What do you think? And looking at tapes of screen tests and really trying to find the two that match, which is the physicality with the great acting ability. So, I mean, he helped me with everything. He really did. Because I was lost. We had no time for preparation. I never believed I was right for the part. I never had the confidence that I could do it.
And then why did you accept it?
Because I love working with him. You know, I mean, and we were going to be there anyway, you know, kind of thing. The kids were going to be there, and we might as well go for the duration. And I think in the end, it's scary, and I like to be scared.
Interesting about him is that Nicholson said, one of the reasons I like to work with him is because I like to hang out with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when he's with me at this table, he's somebody I want to hang out with. You know, he's the kind of guy that's just got a passion and a fear and all that makes you say, well, you know, if you're going to go do something, let's get him to go with us, or let's go do it with him.
Right.
Right?
There's no agenda.
What is that? I mean, that's the essence of part of what he is.
Confidence.
Yeah, confidence.
There's
sense
a lot of that.
Self.
Sense of self. And when he likes what he's doing, whatever that may be, he's so likable.
And when he doesn't like what he's doing.
And he likes being here.
Yeah.
Because he's a nightmare on the other shows, you know.
I know. But when he's not liking what he's doing, he's miserable.
Yeah.
And if you're around him, you're miserable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. This is a clip. This is after Lori, you beat up. Nicholson asked her to stay with him, et cetera, et cetera. So take a look at this, and you'll see what it means from the conversation.
But I've seen these things go from bad to worse. I've got more rooms out here than I know what to do with. I wouldn't ask anything of you, except maybe help out around the station every once in a while, you know, when you're feeling better.
This is such an obvious question, though. What's it like working with him, not just because he's your husband, but as a director? What does he give you? What makes him good for you as an actress?
There's trust, so therefore there is safety.
Safety?
To go beyond, to look like a fool. He doesn't judge. He's not a judgmental person. He's an angry person. He's ornery about life. You know, he's getting worse. But
yes.
As a person, he's not judgmental. He's opinionated.
Yeah.
When you don't have that kind of judgment, which I know so well from my first experience with acting class, I was judged the second I stood up to do some exercise with an actor.
You were judged?
Just there was judgment.
Right.
There was, you know, projection.
Right.
You are this person.
Right.
You are. It was like standing in front of the top therapists and having them tell you how screwed up you were, which is not that person's place. And the damage done by that kind of judgment, your wall is so much thicker.
Yeah.
And yet that wall needs to be gone to really explore and play. And I need that freedom because I don't have any training under me. I don't have the tools. I don't have, and I always want it, and I always miss it. And I'm always floating going, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I hate everything I do. So he gives me my intro just because he's allowing me to fail. He's not going to judge it, and if it doesn't work, you cut it out in the cutting room, you know?
And he wants to see your instincts.
Yeah. Go 10 miles beyond what you could do normally.
You like nothing you could do?
Usually no. No, and maybe that's why I keep doing it. Maybe I keep thinking, you will succeed, you will reach that goal. Who knows, that's a sickness that probably a lot of actors have.
But reaching some goal.
I think that's why I keep doing it. I mean, I love what I do, but I hate the outcome a lot of the time. You know what's not hating it, it's never feeling that I completed it, ever. I never nail it. And I do believe that's from not having training.
Yeah, but do you think you nail it most when you're under his direction? Or working with him?
Or working with him. Yeah. It's a different psychology, too, of having him watch versus being in the bubble with him. You know, I'm not on as much approval stress when I'm working with him. And my best friend, who is also a director I've worked with twice, I would say my best stuff has come out with her, too.
There seems to be about you an ambivalence about this. Now, you could argue that it's because you really want to do stuff you're proud of, but many times people think that you'll go from success and they expect you to step up to another commercial vehicle, and you don't seem to do that necessarily. You choose something, maybe an independent film, maybe something smaller, and you wonder if it's because you don't want it or simply the idea of being in something that doesn't feel right for you is just simply unacceptable and unbearable.
It's the latter.
I hate to ask and answer the same damn question, but...
No, you answered it.
Yeah.
It's not a conscious decision. Am I becoming commercial?
Yeah.
You know, the last two films I did were pretty commercial.
Well, you bet they were. Yeah. And you chose them simply because? They were commercial.
No. Unfortunately, timing becomes a priority with 2 kids. I like to now work in the summer, so that becomes sort of the top of the list. So the time factor was in my hands. I needed money. And with that, the parts were pretty good for being in a commercial film. But on the flip side of that, am I seeking sellout? No.
But you're not, what are you seeking?
Good work.
Good work.
I really want to work. I want to feel the work, and I feel like I haven't worked for a few films. I want to get back to work. The Pledge, I worked a little bit, you know. I was tentative.
You don't like your performance in The Pledge?
No. Not enough. Not enough. But
because
it's a lesson,
because you were holding back?
Yeah. And I didn't have enough research. I didn't have enough homework.
You got to have homework.
Well, you certainly have somebody to learn from.
No, you know what it does? It frees you.
Exactly.
Homework frees you. That's why, you know, the best musicians are those that are so well trained that they can be free.
That's right.
You know.
And it applies to every field.
It does.
Yes, and it shows in every field.
Because you can be spontaneous and instinctive and authentic and all those things because you feel confidence from your preparation.
Yep.
You know? What would you do if you didn't do this?
I think what I always wanted to do from the time I was a kid, which was work at a refugee camp and save dying, starving children. It was always what I thought I'd do.
Well, there's a way that you can at least do some of that. I mean, there's a way you can maintain an interest in that. I mean, that's we just had, it is stunning in this world how many of those there are, refugees and starving children. You know, I mean, talk to someone like Bernard Kouchner. you know, who just was retired, left from working for the UN in the Balkans. You know, I mean, it's just what you see has this overwhelming sense of saying, is there no? How could a world that I live in allow this to happen?
And that the governments are creating it.
Yeah.
I know. And the kids and I were watching a documentary on it. I think Amnesty International.
Right.
And they're like, we need to sponsor a kid. We're going to
They said that?
Yes,
Your kid?
let's
They're
do
what,
it. Let's
9 and
do
10
it.
or something?
7 and 9.
7 and 9. Yeah.
And we did it.
Sponsor
and the
a kid.
kids were right there.
But it was they said that. Mom, let's do this.
Let's do it. Let's save a child's life. You know? And I want to go there. I would love to take them there.
It's great to see you.
Me too.
Robin Wright Penn, starring in The Pledge with Jack Nicholson, directed by Sean Penn. We'll be right back. Stay with us.